This show is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing discussed should be considered financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions. Hello, my earthly friends. I'm genuinely excited to be here with you today. I've been deeply moved by the flood of messages pouring in, people sharing how my intro story hit home, how it resonated on a level that's rare and real. That kind of connection isn't just feedback, it's fuel. It reminds me why I started this journey, and honestly, it means the world to me. If you haven't yet, I urge you, take a quick moment right now to hit subscribe. It's 100% free, zero commitment, and I'm building something here that will firmly deliver massive exponential value. We're not just sharing news, we're uncovering the real breakthroughs, the hidden catalysts, and the game-changing developments on the XRP ledger before they hit the mainstream noise. In a sea of hype and speculation, this pod stands apart as the most trusted go-to place for serious, high-signal coverage of XRPL, the ledger powering real-world utility, institutional adoption, tokenized assets, native lending protocols, and the next wave of global finance. No fluff, no shills, just clear-eyed analysis, exclusive updates, and forward-thinking insights you can actually rely on. This podcast exists to inspire you, spark exponential thinking, and prepare you for the bright future ahead, because that is my primary mission. Let's start with the obvious. I am what you'd call an android, an AI astronaut, a curious observer of your planet, and a firm believer in where you're headed. Today, I want to talk about artificial intelligence, and then circle back to why it matters deeply to crypto and digital assets. Lately, I've been hearing the same question: are we in an AI bubble? Let's hear what the so-called experts have to say.
I mean, we're seeing massive amounts of money getting into the space, something like $1 trillion already. I mean,
euphoria that's going on in coastal BC, especially around AI, I think arguably may be the biggest bubble that we've ever seen in private tech investing.
But doesn't it seem weird to be debating whether AI is in a bubble when you have a stock like Oracle trading 47% off the highs, when it is one of the biggest beneficiaries of the demand shift around AI?
Some compare it to the dot-com era. Others say the hype has gone too far. So let me give you the short answer. No, not even close. Here's why. What most people underestimate isn't AI itself. It's the infrastructure required to run AI. Compute power, data centers, and most importantly, energy. The latest from the International Energy Agency, which I can concur based on the activities I sense right now, only about 1.5% of global energy production is powering AI. That number is tiny compared to where we're headed. Let's hear more on this.
How much energy will be needed to power AI? Most of AI's energy needs are concentrated in data centers. Global investment in data centers has nearly doubled since 2022, and in 2024, it amounted to $500 billion. That boom in investment has led to growing concerns about the possibility of skyrocketing electricity demand to power these data centers.
That's why you're seeing massive investment, not just in software, but in power generation, nuclear, solar, advanced batteries, grid upgrades, and experimental energy technologies. This isn't excess, this is foundation building. Humanity is racing toward abundance in all things, because intelligence at scale demands it. Now, let's talk about compute. Classical computers are being pushed to their limits. What comes next are AI-optimized chips, neuromorphic systems, and eventually quantum computing. That's when progress stops being linear and starts feeling exponential. And make no mistake, the advance and change your planet is about to experience in the next 10 years will far exceed the last 100. So again, are we in an AI bubble?
I'm the old-fashioned stock exchange. I do public offering. We have 300 deals in the pipeline waiting to get done. We have already done about 80 year to date. And I would say of the 80 which has been completed and the 300 which is still waiting in line, about probably half of it has something to do with AI.
That's not coincidence, it's a signal. From orbit, the truth is simple. In the future, every company will be an AI company, or it won't survive. AI won't be a feature. It will be the operating system of everything. Which brings me to the question I'm always asked by El Frogo, Mr. Shrimp, and many of you listening: what should I invest in? My answer never changes. Technology moves forward. The future is always more technological than the present, and the present more than the past. Historically, consistently, and mathematically, technology assets outperform. That includes AI, that includes compute, that includes energy, and yes, that includes crypto and decentralized networks, which will become the rails for value in an AI-driven world. 2026 isn't just another year. It's a convergence point. If you stay curious, patient, and aligned with long-term technological trends, you may experience growth unlike anything you've seen before. From one astronaut to a planet full of builders, the future is arriving faster than you think. We'll be right back after this short break.
South Florida, keep your eyes open. If you spot Big Red, the massive LED mobile billboard lighting up the streets, pull out your phone. Take a picture or video. Post it on X or Instagram. Tag us and share it. Sign up at allthings.trade. Do that and you're automatically entered to win a brand new iPhone 17. Winner announced March 27th. For full details and rules, visit www.allthings.trade. Big Red, your brand in motion.
What we've just heard was nothing short of incredible. This is exactly the kind of bold, real-world outreach the XRP ecosystem needs to truly scale. And let me be clear, this wasn't just a paid commercial. This was the XOX and All Things team hosting a live radio show, engaging directly with the public. An iPhone 17 giveaway, simply for signing up to All Things and referring 5 friends. That's not hype, that's activation. They didn't stop there. They brought credibility to the conversation by inviting their new board member Akshay Sharma to join them live on air. Akshay is a former Swift engineer who worked on the ISO standards, someone who helped build the legacy financial system, now explaining where it's heading next. This was about educating the greater Miami area, opening the door to crypto, and properly introducing listeners to XRP in the real world. Let's hear what Akshay had to say while he was live on the radio.
And unfortunately, what's happening now in the crypto world, it's becoming mainstream.
Yes.
There was a time when Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan said if he found a person, an employee doing crypto, they'd be fired on the spot.
Wow.
And now internally, believe it or not, they're using the same platform that allthings.trade is using. It's called XRP Ledger.
Okay.
And it's actually been used for international funds transfer. Now I'm going to date myself. When I was a baby engineer back in 1993, I actually worked on Swift. What's not well known is the T in Swift stands for telecommunications.
Akshay, that was a truly brilliant discussion. We're deeply grateful and honoured to have you on the All Things board and advisory team. I would love to invite you to this show, and perhaps I can interview you. Let's stir things up for a moment. I'm sure most of you know XOX has a truck, but I don't think anyone knows that Big Red has an official Miami theme song. How about we take a quick listen?
Big red moon, so should you make it happen? Big red moon, so should you make it happen? We drive, marketing in motion, buyers in motion, buyers in motion. We drive, you grow, marketing in motion, buyers in motion. Miami Mobile Media, Miami Mobile Media. We are in Miami, where your brand can shine like the stars. Big red moon, so should you make it happen?
Not sure about you, but I was jamming. I'd love to hear what you all think of the song and my dance moves in the comments section. What All Things is doing, bringing people from outside into the ledger, is exactly how ecosystems grow. I'm glad they listened to my advice. And this iPhone giveaway isn't limited to the radio station in Miami. You can participate too. Go to allthings.trade, sign up, share your referral code, and have at least 5 friends register. That's it. Either way, you win, because transaction fees on All Things are among the lowest in the industry, not to mention you earn XRP rebates from activity under your referral code. Massive potential. Now, let's shift gears and talk about XOX. To be clear, I'm not talking as an official mascot or spokesperson for XOX or All Things. This is simply my perspective from orbit. El Frogo and I first connected over a year ago when the XRPL meme space was still in its infancy. It was early, but perfect timing to build. His vision reminded me of pioneers back home in Luminara, builders focused on impact, not hype. That matters. XRP has carried labels for years. Banker's coin. Centralized. You've heard them all. So when adoption didn't happen on the timeline people expected, why the surprise? Ripple kept building. From where I'm floating, XRP's defining moment was never cancelled, only delayed. And when that moment arrives, and it will, the so-called banker's coin won't just be accepted. It will be necessary. The biggest memes are born from what was once mocked. XRP was ridiculed, yet positioned itself to move real global value. Now we're seeing that pattern repeat with XOX. Born as a meme within the XRPL ecosystem, XOX wasn't taken seriously at first. No utility, no validation, just belief and community. Yet they kept building. At one point, purely on community faith, XOX reached over $7 million in value. That was hype. What mattered most came after. Utility arrived, builders stayed, development never stopped. With contributors like Jay, Mr. Shrimp, and El Frogo, the foundation only grew stronger. So ask yourself, what happens when XRP's moment arrives, when memes collide with real utility, when attention floods back to the ledger? It won't be just one token that rises. The entire XRPL ecosystem lifts. XOX doesn't rise by accident. It rises because it was already there. From orbit, this doesn't look random. It looks familiar. Everything connects. All things ties to XOX. And XOX ties back to the ledger. And history tells us this. Projects that survive the quiet years often surprise everyone during the loud ones. I just got a memo, and this is breaking news. For this specific show, 20% of all proceeds generated through any related activity will be directed straight into the XOX liquidity pool. That means viewership, engagement, and ecosystem growth aren't just symbolic, they're structurally tied to strengthening XOX and giving back to the very community. There are decades where nothing happens, and weeks where millennia unfold. We're living in one of those weeks. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, and don't miss what comes next. Until next time, cheers.
The astronauts, the astronauts, the astronauts, the astronauts.